Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Barney Frank to Netroots Nation.
Hi, I begin with an apology. I have an 8:30 plane because I have to be back. I argued with the organizers about the schedule. I was right, they were wrong, but I can't miss my plane, so I will be very brief. It is no sign of disrespect for you. It is a sign of the overconfidence of the organizers and their ability to control how long people talk. But I did want to thank you for your participation and leave you a sharp message based in part on what I said before. I very much regret the fact that the United States Supreme Court has allowed the corruption of our electoral system in one of the worst decisions ever done. And we need to do everything we can to control it. As I've said before, I wish they had not allowed money to flow anonymously and unrestrictedly. But I also wish that I could eat more and not gain weight. And acting purely on your wishes is not a good idea. So as we fight hard to counter that, we cannot concede the game. Yes, it is true that money has more influence than it should. But votes can make a difference if they are cast. What we need to stop doing is engaging in a self-fulfilling prophecy in which many people say to our allies and friends, oh, big money is going to dominate, the politicians won't listen to you. You keep saying that to people and you will discourage them from trying. Yes, it can be tough, but when I was chairman of the Financial Services Committee, one of my finest moments in terms of how I felt was when Elizabeth Warren said, the day our committee approved an independent Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, they told me not even to try because the banks always win, but they didn't win today. They will win. They will win if we stop trying. So please, do not discourage people from voting. In fact, the answer is, yeah, big money has too much influence, so we've got to try harder at the political process. The right wing is counting in 2014 on what they got in 2010. People being discouraged from voting. And I would urge people this, with regard to the more progressive candidates, the more liberal candidates in office, harass us, not me anymore, fortunately, harass them, lobby them, but then when the time comes, you look at who's on the ballot and you vote for the better choice, and the next day you work to make sure you have even better choices. We cannot allow the right wing to win by default. We cannot allow our people to be discouraged. And I will tell you this, my former colleagues may not want you to know this, but they do care when they hear from people. They may pretend that they don't, but I have been on the floor and in the cloakrooms when they say, oh, geez, they're really buzzing me about this one. And it does have an impact. It does make a difference. So please, as we fight for a better political system, don't give up using whatever influence you have in the system that we now have. And at this point, I got to get off to the airport. My colleagues were kind enough to change the sequester so that it didn't help poor people, it didn't help old people, it didn't help the environment, but they did protect my ability to fly home, and I don't want to be ungrateful. Thank you for what you do.